Welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life. Today we have been exploring Fredericksburg, and along with the wineries and the museums and the shop, you will come across an unexpected find in the heart of downtown. This is the National Museum of the Pacific War, and it got us wondering, why is a museum about World War II right here in Fredericksburg? Well, we sent Lauren Kelly to find out.
Derek, we have made our way, a very short way, over here to the museum. David Shields, museum director, this is so fascinating. Beautiful building. Congratulations on all the renovations.
Thank you.
I want to talk about it, though. For people who have never been inside of this very special museum, what can we expect when we walk in?
Well, I think what you're going to be able to expect is one of the most modern museums around, certainly in Texas and the United States, after a 4-year concept drawing and planning of renovation. And with this 37,000 square feet, 34 different exhibits, state of the art, the best way to interpret this war, this time in American history. I think the visitors are going to have a terrific time when they come here.
Hey, this is pretty incredible because not only can you see some of these exhibits, but they're also interactive, right?
Oh, absolutely. And all the best research that we did in the 4 years in planning this tells us that regardless of age, whether you're 8 or 88, the expectation of tourists today and visitors today is to be a part of the experience, not simply to walk through it and see or read a panel, but to be a part of that interpretation. And therefore, when that happens, it's more relevant, it's more inspiring, and this time in American history is very impactful for them.
Well, I'll tell you something. A lot of people have studied this war and these surrounding events a long time ago, and you may take in the information differently then as if you were to come in and take it in now, right? Different experience.
Absolutely. And remember, this is not a classroom. We're not here trying to teach you anything. We're here to respond to what you want to know. What is inspiring you? What brought you into this museum? So the first thing all of our exhibits do is to respond to what you want where you are.
Absolutely.
So you feel that this history was your history too.
Absolutely. National Museum of the Pacific War. Okay, I got to know, why Fredericksburg?
That's a really good point. Chester Nimitz is well known, perhaps in history alongside MacArthur and Eisenhower and Patton, as the Fleet Admiral of the war in the Pacific. And he was appointed that position by President Roosevelt right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And so that's his connection, that's where he was. But go all the way back to when he was a little boy. He was born right here in one of our buildings on this site, and that's the reason why we've kind of connected it to him. And so years later, after he left the war, the town leaders in Fredericksburg got together with him and they said, how can we remember the Pacific War, remember you, and tie it all together? And that is the genesis of why the Pacific War Museum is here in South Central Texas.
Fredericksburg. Oh, it's a great description. Well, something special. Of the 34 exhibits, which one are we at right now?
You're in actually the last one. This is called Relevance. And one of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that when the visitors came through here, we could tie in that entire experience in this one location. Relevance, what did this entire experience mean to you? So when you come here, you're going to face a poll. You're going to have a series of number of questions that tie you back into the original people that you saw throughout the gallery experience. And they're going to ask you these pointed questions. Well, what does this mean to you? And what's the takeaway for you? And you get to participate. So when you leave, you're having this thoughtful, relevant conversation. So this is one of my favorite exhibits.
It's so meaningful. But since we're in the end right now, I know we've got a lot more to discover, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're starting here at the end, but my colleague who's in charge of education and public programs, she's going to take over from me and lead us into Pearl Harbor and some major impactful exhibits we have.
All right. Thanks, David.
You bet.
Kyna Stys, Director of Education here at the museum. I got a very big recommendation from David to come over and see you here.
Oh, that's okay.
Let's talk about the exhibit that we're in front of right now.
Absolutely. We are in the Pearl Harbor exhibit where we explore the aftermath of the attack of the Japanese on December 7th, 1941. And here we have some incredible artifacts that tell the story. And that's one of the things that is so strong here at this museum is the storytelling. So behind us, this is an actual hatch from the USS Arizona.
This is not a recreation.
This is not a recreation. You can actually see the oil lines, and you can actually.
Can I touch this?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Special permission. Don't tell the
yeah,
director
please
of collections.
don't.
Nicole, I'm sorry. And then you can also see a hole that they had to drill to look for survivors.
This is incredible because I have been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I have gone through the memorial, and to be able to put those things into real life is truly incredible.
Yes, and artifacts like this tell such a story without having to say a word.
Right.
And we also have another artifact over here. This is HA-19. It was one of 5 midget submarines that were at Pearl Harbor the day of the attack.
Wow.
This one actually malfunctioned. The gyroscope malfunctioned, and there's 2 people inside. One of them sadly drowned, and the other washed ashore and became the first POW on our side during the war.
And we can actually see kind of an AI recreation of his story that you guys have here.
Yes, that's one of the additions to the renovation, is that we created virtual characters, but these are real people and we're telling their real story. And so the first one to kick off our exhibits is Sakamaki telling his story the second he washed ashore.
To refund you signed for you, but I feared you were gone. I now stand on this beach, not near Pearl Harbor, but rather on the far side of the wall. How could I have a lot of stuff? Yes, our HA-19 submarines, their compass malfunctioned. We can now steer properly.
Kyna, you also said that you've got a great story about this piece right here. It can't leave Texas.
It's the most Texas thing you'll ever hear. So HA-19, it's actually illegal to travel on any roadway in Texas. It ensures that she's safe with us and she's not going anywhere. And I've heard a rumor that Plan C was that she could also not be in any airspace in Texas.
Okay, well, I know so many people are going to love coming in here, learning all of the history of the Pacific War. Tell us where we can get info and find tickets.
Absolutely. Check out our tickets and our programming at PacificWarMuseum.org.
Okay, well, I've got a lot more to check out here. 34 exhibits to be exact.
So many. They're fantastic.
Thank you, Kyna, so much.
Oh, thank you.
Lots more to come from Fredericksburg next when Houston Life returns.